I would give 3 pieces of advice that are very much connected to one another. The first would be curious. The second, to learn always new things. And the third, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Milena Kancheva, marketing specialist, Erste Group brand communication. The cool part about my job is the fact there is only one aspect that's so cool about it. I love the fact that it's very diverse. As I said, it starts with a strategic process and conceptual work, and it ends to the final product like brochures or videos or any kind of advertising communication. Through all this process, you have a lot of different activities. But the second part of it is you cannot manage that if you're not able to work with people. And I love this about my job, that it's actually people business. So communication with others, being able to discuss things with others, being able to find a common decision, these are things that can be challenging to some, but for me this is definitely one of the biggest, coolest part. For me the cool thing is that I don't see limitations to my job. What I see is challenges, definitely, and every job has challenges in it. It is a challenge to come up with a common concept for 7 countries, given the fact that there are 7 different cultures. So it is a challenge to come up to a common decision, to discuss and to be able to find the best solution at the end of the day for our client. But this is also part of the job, so I don't see any limitations. Erste Group is one of the largest financial institutions in the Central and Eastern European region, and we are having local retail and corporate banks in 7 countries. In my job, we are dealing with the international brand management of all kind of brands. We are responsible for brand positionings, brand identity, and then we're bringing this through to the communication for the end customer, to the real and to the relevant target groups. My typical day is actually very diverse. So it starts with a lot of communication, generally emails, calls, etc. But it also wraps up in some business trips in the countries, and as well days where you have to deal with job outside of the office. So yeah, it's quite interesting. I finished my high school in Bulgaria, in Sofia, and it was an Austrian type of high school, the so-called in Austria Handelsakademie. After that, I decided to come to Austria for studying, and I started my studies at University of Economics and Business Administration in Vienna, where I finished 2 specialties, international human resource management and marketing management. And also during my studies, I gained even more international experience in Rome, in Italy. During my studies, I did as well a lot of internships in these both areas, and one of them was in Erste Group. I did my first internship in Erste Group in marketing, and then I started to work in Erste Group in the human resource department, which was kind of a jumping into the cold water because I was a project manager for international brand management project. And some years later, 2011, I started to work again in marketing department, where I'm since till now. Generally, you can start working in marketing as well without having the necessarily university background of marketing. I believe it's a matter of what you really want to do in your career, and actually it's even much more to try out different things. Therefore, I don't think that you necessarily have to follow a certain education way. However, since you start in marketing, you have to know that it's very much about people, and it's very much about communication. You have to bring a lot of skills, like being a communicative and social person. You have to be able to search for new solutions and find them, because marketing is not always about standard processes. And of course, you have to be creative. But for me, the most important thing is to be passionate for what you do. So if you bring this in, I believe you can manage that.